Hey everyone, I'm Scott and I'm back with another health update on my journey with MOG antibody disease. In this video I'll be sharing some life updates and updates about myelitis, including a brand new community platform, so make sure you keep watching to find out about it and how you can join. But let's first start off with the life updates, and this month is actually my 4th year anniversary of my MOG antibody disease episode, and it actually is a happy 4-year anniversary because I don't have any major changes in my condition. I haven't had any symptom changes or changes due to stopping long-term preventative treatment, so overall my condition's going well, still not having any issues, being on no medication, and hopefully it stays that way. I haven't had an update from my neurologist in a while, and it is something which I actually do need to chase just to see if there's anything else that needs to happen. Been probably well over a year now since my last appointment with the neurologist. One thing that did drop off the radar was that my neurologist requested me to go for another MRI scan, but this was well over a year ago now, and I'm not too sure if it's needed or required. I've spoke about this before, but the waiting list currently for the NHS are really long, and I've spoken to other people in the UK with MOG antibody disease, and they are also experiencing issues and long waits before they can get MRI scans. Looking at where I was last year, my bladder is improving, I'm able to hold my urine for a lot longer, and I'm also able to go to the toilet ahead of time a lot more easily, which means I'm less reliant on self-catheterization and the possibility of getting infections through that, which has caused me trouble in the past. And whilst the improvement are not really big ones that you can see straight away and happen from day to day, these are improvements that have been taking place over a really long period of time, and even 4 years on, these small improvements are still happening, and yeah, no complaints. And if this keeps going as it is, maybe I could recover even more, but we'll just wait and see what happens. And the reason why I want to mention that is just remember that even if a long period of time has happened since your episode, that improvement can still happen, so I wouldn't lose hope. In the book The Patient Experience with Transverse Myelitis, Sanford Siegel wrote that his wife had an improvement in temperature sensitivity 10 years after her episode. Bear that in mind, that if improvement can happen 10 years on, that you could also improve too. Even if your symptoms don't appear to be improving, it's still possible that something can happen in the future. Now, the biggest update that I have regarding my myelitis is actually something which happened in October 2023, and after 9 years of studying, I finally became a chartered accountant after I passed my final exam. And so for all that hard work, I actually have this now to show for it. Now, one big thing to mention is that my MOG antibody disease episode actually took place on an exam week back in March 2020, where I sat 2 exams and failed them both. And then having to deal with MOG antibody disease after that, whilst knowing that my studies were on pause whilst I was recovering, was a bit tough to take at the time. And just knowing that I've been able to come through that, dealt with the condition, and then gone back to studying and passed all my exams, finally I'm now a chartered accountant. That's like the biggest achievement I've ever done. And to top it all off, doing it with the condition as well is absolutely great. And as a result of becoming a chartered accountant, I recently attended a celebratory event along with other new chartered accountants as well, where we were able to celebrate with some food and drinks and also attend almost like a graduation style ceremony. And this is a really big deal for my myelitis, is because those exams took up a lot of time. They weren't easy, the studying, the exams, they are difficult, and I'd put a lot of my personal time and money into doing that. But now that it's completed, I have a lot more time and money to be able to put into my myelitis and actually push it along to a place where I actually think it could be. And so one of the new updates I have for my myelitis is that I'm actually launching a myelitis community. Now, some of you may be aware that there is quite a lot of MOG antibody disease groups, and the vast majority of them tend to be based on Facebook. Now, Facebook is good for a few reasons. The first one being most people have a Facebook account. Groups are quite easy to access, but personally I felt for quite a long time that the support groups not always the best platform, I think, to have them on Facebook. I don't think the Facebook groups is ideal, I think, for support groups. So for the myelitis community, I'm actually trying something different on a new platform, and instead of it being just a support group for people with MOG antibody disease, I want it to be much more of a community where people can talk about other things alongside the condition. So this could include other things that are going on in their lives and how they're managing it with the condition, whilst also having the support group aspect of what you'd find on a Facebook support group. Now, the community is actually going to be hosted on a platform called Discord, Discord, which gives access to both text and voice channels, and this could enable us to do things like events, so we can have breakout rooms for events or actually run events on the platform itself. But we also have the text chats available too, where people contribute. So with having all these different options, I'm hoping that the community makes it much easier for people to interact with others with MOG antibody disease. Now at the moment I'm still doing some testing with the community and some people who volunteer to help out. So if you are interested in joining, sign up to the MyMyelitis email list, which I'll leave in the description of this video below. And then when the community is ready to be launched, I'll send out an email to all members on the email list so you can be able to join it. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you all in there. Another update is that I did some brand strategy work with someone from a local business network around what I want MyMyelitis to be and the values that it has and what impact I want it to have on the MOG antibody disease community. And I will be announcing this very soon, both on the website and on the YouTube channel, so stay tuned for that. And lastly, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I have hired a video editor, so hence why the YouTube videos may look very different to what they do before. And let me know how you think about that. Do you prefer the new style of videos? I will say that the video editing has made my life a lot easier. Video editing is definitely tedious. I like love and hate it. So being able to pass that on to someone else made my life a lot more easier. And I'm hoping that in future, once I get fully up to speed, I will be able to produce much more videos. The plan being that ideally there should be one video every single week coming out on this YouTube channel. So if you want to make sure you don't miss any of those YouTube videos, make sure you subscribe. And if you're looking for more videos on MOG antibody disease, then check out this video here.